Shalom. This is your brother Yawanathon. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, I decided to do a lesson yesterday. The live stream was interrupted because I guess I ran the documentary too long, and this is copyright infringement, so they cut the stream short. But it was a lesson on the military conquest of Joshua and how they began to go off in the documentary, because what Esau likes to do, you know, in his educational system, his train of thought that he pushes on the people, part of his wine, is the lies or the questioning of the Lord. Now, if anything that's written in the scripture seems to be out of Esau's reach of what he can do, right? He tries to spin it or say it was, you know, maybe it was figurative or did it? No. The Lord did actual miracles. He did amazing things to protect his people, to protect his men, and to magnify that he is the one true power. So in the documentary, they went into, you know, how the spies, they dwelt with Rahab when they went into Jericho, and how they told her, you know, to leave that. Let's actually just go to Joshua 2 and read it. And I'm gonna try to get straight to the point, because I'm pretty sure some of the people watching this video watched the stream yesterday, and when I was getting to the actual point, they cut it. All right, but this is Joshua 2 and 1. It says, "In Joshua, the son of Nun sent out Shittim, 2 men, to spy secretly, saying, 'Go view the land, even Jericho.' And they went, and they came into the harlot's house named Rahab, who lodged there." Now Rahab, the way her, it's gonna say it later in the chapter, the way her lodging place was set up, it was in between the parallel walls of the city. You know, because back then, ancient cities, they were walled, they were gated. Verse 2, "And it was told to the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men," bear with me, I'm driving. "Saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come unto thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country." Now I'm gonna jump down here. So you know, Rahab sent the men away, said she didn't know where they went. She sent them into a false direction so that she could show to the men. And the reason being was this. Verse 9, Joshua 2 and 9. "And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord had given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you," because they had heard of, you know, the many great feats that the Lord was doing, which weren't just regular military, you know, feats. They had a divine power behind them. All right, verse 10, "For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt." You know, people were like, "There's no way we can overcome these people." It would, you know, the strength of our power was made known amongst all the world during this time, to where people talk about it even till this day. And like it says in Jeremiah, the Lord's going to outdo that first Exodus with the deliverance that's here to come out of the north country, which is Babylon the Great, okay, where the bulk of Israel is, that fit the curses, how you can identify them, okay? He's going to deliver us out of this place in an even greater fashion than he did in that time, okay? "Because of you, for the Lord your God, he is the God in heaven above and in earth beneath," okay? "Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have shewed you this kindness, that you will also shew kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token." All right, so she was like, "Look, I hid you guys, at least spare me and my family's lives, because we know it's already inevitable that you know, is given unto you to take the land. All right. So verse 13, this is what the men said unto her. It says, and that you will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death. Okay. And the men answered for her, our life for yours, if you utter not this our business. And it shall be, when the Lord hath given us the land, that we shall deal kindly and truly with thee. Then she let them down by a cord of the window, for her house was upon the town wall, and she dwelt upon the town wall, right? And she said unto them, and I'll put the link to the video that I can't run in this one, to the short documentary. It's about 40 minutes long, that the History Channel did. And I might even timestamp where they start to go off, because of what they say. And I'm gonna read this first, and I'll tell you what they said in the video. Verse 16, Joshua 2 and 16. And she said unto them, get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may you go your way. And the men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath, which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread, that red thread, about a rope that they let the spies down, that she let the spies down by, right? That scarlet thread, you know, representing to the soldiers and troops to pass over this house. The same way the blood lamb, the blood of the lamb was above the posts of the Israelites in the Egypt. So the spirit, which was Yahweh Shai, knew to pass over that house and not to touch their firstborns, right? All right, so what they said in the documentary was this, that when they were walking around Jericho for those 7 days and blowing the trumpet, that while the trumpet was being blown, it was a distraction. And, you know, small portions of soldiers, 6 to 10 soldiers, would be going up this rope and entering into the city. So on the 7th day, when the trumpet was blown, you had a whole infantry of, you know, special ops guys who were able to open the gates of Jericho, and they were able to siege the city. And that's how the walls of Jericho came tumbling down, metaphorically. Now, the scriptures say something different. It would say it like that. It would let us know that if it was that way, it will be referenced somewhere within the scriptures. And this, see that bending of the word and saying, well, maybe it was this, it taints a person's faith. So somebody will go to a seminary school, right? Cemetery, that's what the beloved Apostle Tahar calls it, because they're in a dead state. Now, the spinning and trying to fit the Lord in this box, what it does is it taints a man's faith. It puts what the Lord could possibly do to deliver you out of a situation in a box. So that's why we have to completely detach from the wisdom of the world. And you got to completely empty your cup when you come into this truth, because the tainting of the faith and the mind and the spirit from this devil could hold you back from moving how the Lord requires for you to move. Because in the days to come, what's going to be tested? Our faith. Because we're going to be put in situations to where there's no way a man could deliver himself from those situations. It's going to take divine intervention, and you have to believe that the Lord is going to do these amazing things. All right. So now let's go to Joshua, the 6th chapter, because it says, it makes it very plain how the walls came down. All right, Joshua 6, and let me jump down here. I'll start at 16, Joshua 6 and 16. It reads, and it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew with the trumpets, Joshua said to the people, shout, for the Lord hath given you the city. The Lord did it. It wasn't by men. All right, verse 17. And the city shall be accursed, even it and all that are therein, to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot shall live. You know, she was being passed over, like we went over. And she and all, and a lot of people, what the apologists a couple months back were using this to, it was using Rahab the harlot to say that, see, heathens can be saved. There's going to be instances. No, she's still going to be a slave in the kingdom. The Lord can have mercy on whom he will have mercy. There are going to be some slaves in the kingdom that are not treated as bad as others. Esau is going to get it the worst. All right? But in this instance, the Lord showed mercy to Rahab. You know? But it doesn't make her an Israelite. It doesn't mean that heathens can be saved. Not at all. All right, verse in the middle of 17. Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. All right, verse 18. And ye in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed when ye take the accursed thing, and make the camp of Israel a curse, and trouble it. But all the silver and the gold and the vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord. Verse 20, the point I wanted here. So the people shouted when the priests blew with the trumpets, and it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat. The wall fell down flat. No, it wasn't special ops guys climbing up Rahab's rope. The wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. So that was the point that I wanted, man. His devil is so, him trying to sow these alternatives of him trying to put the Lord in a box, it taints a man's faith. So the education in the world is just a breeding ground for somebody who, you know, doesn't believe in the power of the Lord. Somebody who's ultimately anti-Messiah, antichrist. And there are going to be many antichrists in the days to come that are going to reveal their horns, man. So, with that being said, man, Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.